Today I want to share with you what has been selling from the Boys Rescue Box that I bought off of ThredUp. If you haven't seen that unboxing video yet, make sure you check it out. I'll link it in the cards below and in the description box below. If you have not heard of ThredUp, it is a great place to online source for resellers like me. For anyone who does not know what ThredUp is, it's an online store that sells used clothing. And every once in a while, they'll lot together clothing that hasn't been selling for them, and they'll put it in these rescue boxes, which are really mystery boxes, and they'll sell them in lots. So this particular box that I bought was a boys box filled with boys clothing from baby sizes all the way to teenage sizes. And I had no idea what was in the box. I knew I was gonna get about 25 articles of clothing, and I paid $49.99 for this, so let's just say 50 bucks. And I ended up receiving 27 pieces of clothing. So it averaged out to paying about $1.85 per item. Then I turned around and sold most of these items on eBay for profit, and I'm going to share those numbers with you right now. Okay, the first items were a lot of 2 Nike dry fit boy shorts. They were size medium. Anytime I could with this ThredUp box, I would lot similar sizes together, and I think that helped them sell faster. This sold for $18.50. Now, because there were 2 items in here, I spent $1.85 on each item, so that was a total of $3.70 for the lot. So once I took out shipping and the cost of the lot and eBay fees, I was left with a profit of $4.15. The next thing that sold were these Nike dry fit joggers, sweatpants. They sold for $11.55. Again, all these sold prices include shipping. So when I took out shipping and eBay fees and the cost of the item, I was left with a $4.40 profit. The next thing that sold was this Under Armour Boys Youth XL quarter zip long sleeve pullover. And it actually had the bottom hem undone, as you can see in this picture. I didn't notice that when I was opening the box. I thought all the items were in really good condition, but when I was listing and examining them closer, I noticed that the hem was undone on this pullover. So I made note of that in the description of this item, and I took good pictures of that problem and let the buyer know that the hem was undone, and it still sold for $13.15, so I profited $5.76 from it. Then I sold this new tag Baby Gap Boys 2-piece pajama set. It sold for $12.10. I profited $4.88 for it. Then I sold this Cat and Jack Boy Youth shirt. It was a green St. Patrick's Day, It's My Lucky Day shirt. And I got really lucky selling this because St. Patrick's Day was just around the corner. Otherwise, I don't think this would have sold for me, at least very fast. It sold for $9.95. I profited $2.93 from this. Now, a lot of these items I was accepting super low offers and sending super low offers, because if you've seen my last video about my life updates, there are reasons why I needed my inventory to move very quickly. So if you hadn't checked that video out yet, make sure you go do that. Next, I sold this Place t-shirt. It had a motorcycle on the front. It was made with really heavy material, and it sold for $10.95. I profited $3.88 for this item. I also sold this Nike Dry Fit muscle shirt for $12.89. I profited $5.53 for it. I sold a Ralph Lauren polo for $9.70. I profited $2.77 for it. Again, I was accepting low offers and sending low offers just to get my inventory moving. The next item was a lot. I was able to put this Adidas sweatshirt with these Adidas sweatpants because they were the same size range together, and they sold for $27.10. I profited $11.75 on them. I was really happy to see this one go. It was an art class boys graphic t-shirt. I didn't know anything about this brand, and I didn't know if it would sell at all, but it did. It sold for $9.90. I profited $2.91 for it. It says Cool Story Dude on the back of the shirt, and it was this like salmon color. Then I sold these Docker Boys Youth khaki dress pants. They sold for $13.55. I profited $1.66 on them. Then I sold this Adidas track jacket. It was a full zip, and it was new with tags, and the price tag on it said $50. So in my unboxing, when you see that in the video, I was really excited thinking that I could get that much for that sweater. But the more research I did, I realized that this jacket only would go for about half of the tag price, so I could only ask about $25 for it. I wound up taking a best offer for it, and I sold it for $17.55. I profited $7.74 on this item. The next item I actually did not sell on eBay. I experimented with selling on Facebook, and I sold it for $10 plus shipping. It was a Kumar Kids Batman 4-piece sleepwear pajama set. I profited $8.15 on this item. Now, that was one of my higher profit ranges for this ThredUp box, and the big reason for that is Facebook fees are a lot cheaper than eBay fees, so it was not eating into my profit costs. So I think that if I did this ThredUp box again, I would look more at flipping kids' clothes anyway on Facebook Marketplace, because I think the profit for kids' clothes is higher on Facebook than on eBay, just with this little experiment that I did. I guess I need to experiment with that more to solidify that hypothesis, but that's kind of been my experience. Then the last item I sold, I actually took it to a buy, trade, sell store. I did not know anything about these shorts. They were some little kids shorts, and the tag was in a different language, so I had them listed on eBay, but I was not able to find any comps for them. I did not know what to search. So I took it into this buy, trade, sell store with some other items that I had, and they ended up taking a lot of the items that I had, and I didn't count how many they took. So I think, though, I ended up profiting about 44 cents for these, which I was happy to make a profit on these because I didn't think they would sell anywhere at all because I didn't know what keywords to use. So I ended up selling them in person at a buy, trade, sell store, and I made 44 cents. We'll at least say that was the number for the sake of this video. So I will now go over the final numbers for this video. I profited $66.95 from this ThredUp box so far. I've sold 16 items out of the 27 that were in that box, and that means on average I'm making about $4.18 profit for this box. So was ThredUp worth it? So was ThredUp really worth it? In the long run, I think so, and I have to take into consideration all the factors that were going on in my life the time that I bought this. I was not able to go out thrifting. There were a lot of snowstorms. I was stuck at home. I needed a way to source online, and this was a great alternative to thrifting for me. Now, I could have made a higher profit if I had focused my energy and time on selling things from a thrift store, but I couldn't get to a thrift store, and it saved me a lot of time. You know, I just bought this box and it showed up on my doorstep. I didn't have to spend the hours going through clothing at a thrift store to find items to sell. So that was a pro about ThredUp, that it was a time saver for me and I could get it without leaving my house. So the profits were smaller than I typically get. Right now I'm averaging like $9 profit an item that I'm finding at a thrift store, and that's slowly going up as I'm learning more about thrifting. I think that if I would have bought a ThreduP Rescue Box of adult clothing sizes, that the profit might have been higher. Typically, I don't think children's clothing are as expensive as adults' clothing. I'm sure there are some brands and different things that make an exception to that rule, but in general, I think that I could have made a bigger profit if I bought a box of adult clothing sized items. But ThredUp is really tricky in the fact that these boxes are hard to come by. They don't list them very often, and when they do, they sell out fast. So you have to be looking periodically to see if they're available, and that's what I was doing. I was checking every other day or so for a couple weeks before this box finally popped up, and so I snatched it as fast as I could. Again, if you want to check out ThredUp, I'll leave that link in the description box below. So I hope this video was helpful and you could kind of get an idea of what to expect from a ThredUp box. Let me know if you want to see any other unboxing videos in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you want to see more content like this or find out ways you can make money with the skills and tools you already have, the things that are inside your box, make sure you subscribe and follow along with my channel. And I'll catch you in my next video.